So I want to change track a little bit to ask you about this peculiar relationship that India has with the Taliban, where we don't actually recognize them as the government, and yet we are engaging. And how that also is something that's practical and needs to be done. But how do you look at that relationship?
Well, again, I mean, I had mentioned it in my book also, which I wrote since I covered the, Afghanistan before Taliban and after Taliban. Uh, Again, this might sound odd, but the Taliban in Afghanistan is a reality today. They have 100% control over that country, unlike what it used to be earlier when they were there from 1996 to 2001. There was a active anti-Taliban force that was working, and several forces going on. But of course, the pocket of Panjshir Valley was very actively fighting the Taliban at that point of time. Which is not the case this time. And this time also, we need to understand how they are also deepening their, kind of governance there in Afghanistan. We may agree, we may not agree, that's ideological, but from a purely strategic and geopolitical perspective, I think India needs to do that also, because tensions with Pakistan is at an all-time high because of the Pahalgam attack and of course Operation Sindoor, and also the fact that we know what is going on at the Afghanistan-Pakistan border as well. And there is conflict going on every single day. There are tensions with Pakistan over Durand Line, and of course the TTP factor, which another question that was asked, at that Sunday press conference, that what do you think of the TTP? And he was very clear. Muttaqi was very clear, saying that we don't give safe havens to the TTP. Whatever is happening within, yes, near the border, but within Pakistan's own territory. So it is Pakistan which is not able to manage the conflict, and we are not, but he also said that we don't want any conflict with Pakistan. We love Pakistanis. We are like brothers. They also want peace, but this is the certain elements in Pakistan doing it. So I think that's also a very big factor that India is leveraging on. That's one. And secondly, the reality today also is that there is a Chinese presence in Afghanistan, which is very much increasing, be it critical minerals, be it many other things. And we know the Chinese have also, put their own ambassador there. And, there's another Taliban representative or ambassador in Beijing. So taking into account all of that, I think what India did was very practical and needed to be done at this point of time. But then again, we should not be now only engaging the Taliban and not looking another reality, because in Afghanistan we know very well how history quickly changes, and tomorrow, for all you know, the anti-Taliban force, which is kind of somewhat active outside of Afghanistan, you never know, tomorrow they can come back to again attack the Taliban. You never know. So I think while we engage with them, we need to also be very clear of the reality that could be there of the future, that things in Afghanistan can change. But then, yes, we need to start people to people linkages. We need to resume the projects which the external affairs minister very clearly spoke about. And most importantly, coming in of the Afghan students, which used to be the basic factor for which India has a massive goodwill support in Afghanistan. The Chinese, the Pakistanis, that's a different factor. But the way they love Indians, and I'm a first-hand witness of that. How they welcome you, how they talk to you, their basic behavior changes when they get to know that you're an Indian. You will never feel that kind of anti feeling. They really love the fact that India is always with them through thick and thin. So I guess that is also very important at this point of time, which we need to very seriously focus on.
For our viewers, things in Afghanistan, especially for women, have only deteriorated after the Taliban has come in. A lot of them, initially were asked not to come into work. Then their jobs were slowly just made redundant. They were made to stay at home. There are all kinds of rules that have come in, including they can't step out without a male companion. They can't even talk. Their voice can't be heard. In fact, I remember someone also saying that a cat has more freedom and a bird has more freedom in Afghanistan compared to a woman. So thank you, Nanima, for all of these insights. Yes, India is treading a very careful path. Yes, we have a lot of investments in Afghanistan. There is the goodwill of the people. And even though India has not officially recognized the Taliban government, it is doing what it should do practically to try and make sure that we continue with the engagement. And the embassy also, coming in, that will also be another step that India will take in Afghanistan.